Thank you for joining me, Wendy Anderson, Just Be Me. So, in this video, I know some of you out there may be experiencing tightness in the neck muscles, which goes all the way around your shoulder and your back. So, this fascia here is the one that is feeling inflammation. It may be going into your ears, you may be experiencing ear pain, popping, feeling like you're underwater a little bit. So, you're blocking out literally other people's expressions, and it's to hear your own expression more. So you may be feeling hopelessness, helplessness, and you maybe want to avoid people. You don't want to go to the usual places, situations, or engage with people right now. You just kind of like feel safer on your own. And there's a reason for that. So, I always like to deep dive into human programming, the human programming that we've experienced over 7 generations, all of our grandparents. So go easy on yourself, give yourself a break. We may not do this in our lifetime, but you know what? We're here just to plant the small baby trees, and our next generation and next generation will definitely feel the wealth of it. So if you are feeling these right now, there are lots of beautiful sharers on YouTube that are helping to provide help videos, self-help videos on how to release inflammation around this fascia. You can literally feel this fascia, this muscle in the neck that goes all the way down to clavicle, and you can slightly pinch it and kind of like draw it down. This is one way of doing it. So giving that gentle massage, um, holding it and just bringing it down a little bit. But definitely listen. These are just tips that I have picked up. But please go to other videos, listen to the professionals that have been doing this for years and years and years. Because they've got some solid advice. This is information sharing generation, which is absolutely brilliant and awesome. So back to the program. So this is, you will be in fear of expressing yourself authentically right now, because at some point in your life, and this isn't probably just a one-off, there'll be many, many occasions that you've tried to show up, express yourself authentically, and statistically 33.3% of your audience or the population are not going to like it. If you've had relationships, that you may have had a relationship with a narcissist, it means when you start authentically speaking up, that they may have a fear of you leaving, because it means that when you start speaking up for yourself, they've lost control of you. So then that puts them in fear, because you are a commodity energetically that they are requiring. So that can be a factor as well. But being abused for authentic expression, so abuse would look like ridicule, isolation, or punishment for authentically expressing yourself. And don't get, when I say authentically expressing self, there's one main rule: never harm self or others. As long as you live by just that one rule, the rest is literally do as you wish after that. If somebody takes offense by something that you've said, then they need to go away and look at their own programming. So you are offering them an opportunity in your unique, authentic expression, no matter what that is. Every emotion is a derivative of pure frequency love, as all creations are. So every word you speak is a derivative of love. Every expression that you provide in this world is another derivative of love. So how can it be wrong? So it's being aware of when you authentically express and somebody hasn't liked it, of your emotional state going into guilt and shame. So when we go into guilt and shame, it also erodes our worth. When we are out of our worth, how can I put it? You can't manifest for shit. So it literally is, life is then happening to you, washing over you. You are not in the driving seat. So you may as well not be here because you are not creating, and your body will start to shut down. You'll feel it in your kidneys, you'll feel it in your blood, your iron levels will be lower, your vitamin D, despite, supplementation, it kind of like it won't touch the sides. So it really is taking the Lady Godiva reins of that horse naked and riding the actual heck out of it through life. Ear blocked, so it's allowing you to ignore somebody else's opinion on what you've got or whatever. And everyone has entitled to an opinion, everyone is entitled to expression. We are living in a time at the moment where freedom of speech is being oppressed, which is very interesting, isn't it? So that is another form of abuse when your expression is clipped. So many of you that if you've been trying to express yourself, you'll be feeling this tight fascia all the way into the shoulder, all the way into the back. You may even feel it in the hips as well, tight hips. You'll also have really loose hamstrings as well, which is really interesting. Some of the exercises that you ordinarily would do for legs, they again it's not touching the sides because there's an imbalance in the body. So how can we live shamelessly and be free with human expression? How somebody takes our human expression is their responsibility. They need to go away and discover within themselves and investigate within themselves, why am I triggered by this other person's expression? They need to do the work, because you're here with me now and you are doing the work. If you are listening to this video, thank you so much. Really appreciate every single one of us that are taking the time out for ourselves to put the love back into ourselves, the attention and intention back into ourselves is absolutely amazing. So I hope all of you find some relief in this, or just even a little bit of understanding as to what you are feeling in the body. And I am speaking to more ladies that seem to be holding this expression than men, and that's not to discount men, because I know my dad carried this expression for years. She's really interested, and yeah, my mum always used to shut him down whenever he had an opinion or expression on things. So again, but yeah, my mum did have abusive expressions, but she didn't know it at the time. But I've said that I did highlight it to her, and she still continued. So again, kind of like how we turn up never guarantees how another person is going to turn up. So guarantee yourself on how you turn up, because you are worth it. And I am sorry for every time that perhaps you have interacted and you've felt guilty and shame. I'm not responsible for that. But as a human being to human being, I'm sorry you felt that way. So on that note, I am going to leave my love with you and see you next time. Take care. Bye.